Russel shows up every day and waiting for Otto to come outside.
Is that your friend?
Otto would walk up to Russel and started interact with him and try to pet him. And Russel would just stay completely still and, let him do it, even though he was a wild crow.
Are you guys playing tug of war?
And when we go outside, Otto will play with his toys or ride his scooter, and Russell would sit right next to him. He brings him little stones to his toy excavator. Russell loved to sit next to him, and they would dig in the ground, and Russell will sit and be really curious about it. He was just seeing him as his friend. Of course, I had some hesitations in the beginning because Russell is a wild bird.
Say hi.
It all started when my husband, he's working outside, he's an arborist, and he noticed this little crow sitting right next to him. And throughout the whole day, there hasn't been any parents or anything nearby. So at the end of the day, he decided to see if he could, try to touch it. And Russell just stayed completely still, and my husband could feel that he was really weak. So he contacted a wildlife rehabilitator, and they said that he has been abandoned. They told him that he should leave him alone and just let nature take its course. So he called me and asked, what should I do with this little crow? And we were like, okay, we think he should have a fair chance to live. So he took him home, and we started to, try to feed him and give him water. We had to hand feed him. And after a couple of days, he gained some strength. And after that, we quickly introduced him to the nature because crows, they're not fitted for a life in a cage. He began to hop around and poke in the dirt and stuff like that, and showing just signs of comfort. In the beginning, we only kept him outside during daytime because he couldn't fly or anything. So we wanted to make sure that if there was a predator, he could fly away. So for the first couple of weeks, we had him inside during the night. And then one day I was outside in the evening and, trying to get him in, and I couldn't find him anywhere. But then the next morning he sat on our roof and waiting. So we thought Russell would say goodbye, but he never left. And then my son, Otto, there was just this immediate connection between them.
Is Russell watching you run in the mud?
I think kids just have this innocence and straightforwardness towards things. I truly believe that there was some kind of mutual love or friendship
with him and Otto. From the moment Russell laid eyes on Otto, he was just obsessed, and so was Otto. Are you guys playing?
Every single day without failure, Russell would come and greet Otto in the window.
They would then sit and eat breakfast together while Otto would watch his shows.
Then once breakfast was over, Russell would sit with Otto and they would play with his toys together. After that, they would just run out in the field together like they were best friends. Sometimes Russell even waits for Otto on his little bike before they go out riding together. But also, you have to be really wary of what you're leaving behind when he's there, because he would steal keys. He loves to steal my baby's pacifiers. He loves to steal her socks. It has been an absolute pleasure to have Russell in our lives. He has brought us so much joy and happiness and fond childhood memories for Otto.
I need that back, please.
He'll try and steal stuff from us.
You happy with yourself? like sponges or cleaning brushes, and he will want us to buy them back off him. Why are you doing it again? He stole the padlock to his aviary. Give that lock back! Why are you being a brat? Hello? Come on, you get. But when we got him, he was hyper violent towards people. Loki was bought by someone who didn't really know what they were doing, and unfortunately the owner did pass away. Loki was left on his own for 3 weeks before being found. So the family returned Loki to his breeder. He tried to find a new home and he contacted us because Loki is a captive bred raven. He wouldn't be able to fend for himself. What are we waiting today? And then when we got him, we soon discovered that he wasn't in any way friendly. He came to us very aggressive, very scared of everything. What are you doing up here? And we had established that he was actually incredibly badly mistreated. He had plucked the feathers on his legs, he didn't have a tail at all, and he was covered in filth. And he flew at my head, he pecked my hair. So I had to change my tactics slightly. I would sit in his aviary for maybe an hour a day. I had some food to trade with him. Never happened, did it? No. So he started to kind of allow me being in his aviary. So once we got over that stage, I would hide food in a part of his aviary where he couldn't reach. The only way he could get that food is if he jumped on my shoulder. But he would take the food and then he would fly away as far as he could. And it got to the point where he got comfortable enough to take the food and then eat it on my shoulder. I remember like putting my hand out to stroke him and I'm thinking, I'm going to get bitten, I'm going to get bitten. And when he allowed me to do it, it was a huge sense of relief. Thought to myself, this bird is forgiving humans now. So when I do come, he gets really excited to see me. Oh, you happy boy! You happy boy! If I've been really well behaved, he'll give me human things. It's yours, you can do what you want with it. Now he's become much more tolerant to other people. He just wants to come home and play games or see what we're doing and interact with us. A lot of people think that I teach him things, but actually I've not taught him anything. It's just him being him. Can I get a pop pop? Yeah, boy! He can be quite cheeky. He likes to play tug of war with sticks. This is sometimes quite comical for him because it's his chance to play tricks on us. So Loki by name, Loki by nature. Got anything else to say for yourself? Okay. And he would do certain kind of vocalizations. He does these silly little noises. Some people say that he mimics my laugh. It sounds like a supervillain's laugh. He does the gua sound to get my attention. It sounded so human, and we started laughing. And he finds it hilarious and keeps doing it. Hello. Can I help you? He thinks he's a human. Once, he stole a donut off a little girl right out of her mouth. Qua indeed. And the poor little girl, she was so upset, she was crying. He looked at me and he kind of bowed his head, walked back over to the little girl, and he threw the donut back onto her lap. Please, I don't want no more. He knew he had done wrong, and he was now apologising to us by giving back what he stole. He is a free-flying bird. goes off and he flies around and he comes back to us when he's good and ready. Hello? You come home? So he does have the option, if he wants to go and live in the wild, but he chooses not to. It's night and day in terms of the comparison. I was immensely proud of Loki.
When we first saw that, she came back to visit. We were speechless. Darling would fly to the window every morning and hanging out with my dog Sam and my cat Gigi. She was a wild crow, and she was free to come and go as she pleased. But she just didn't really leave. Darling really loved playing with Sam. And Darling would hold on to the end of Sam's leash and walk Sam on the leash. But Darling and Gigi, that was a bit of a slower friendship, because when it's cat versus bird is a real thing. I still find myself amazed by their friendship every single day. When it all started, I never thought this would just become our normal life. We live out in the country, and I was out for a walk with Sam, and we found a fledgling crow on the ground, and I knew that her parents would be coming back to feed her. So I left her there, and we kind of monitored her throughout the day. As evening fell, she was still there, and I was quite worried about other predators like coyotes that might be in the area. So I did put Darling in like an open box just up on our deck, and her parents did come back, but I think just her being around us when she was quite young, she just became not scared of us. However, she did become very territorial of us and the property. Darling was like a hormonal toddler that could fly. It was kind of like a love at first sight for Sam. Sam would just run around and Darling would chase after him. She would hide her food in Sam's fur. She would come and walk beside Sam instead of flying, which was always really cute. She would fly and then land on Sam's back, and Sam would not be fazed. It would be like she was on horseback and she was leading the way. But we kept on telling him he has to be gentle with her, and he really just wanted to sit and watch her. But for Darling and Gigi, things started out a little differently. They didn't even meet in person during those first few months. Darling would fly to the window, and I would have Gigi at the window, and so they would have a lot of interaction through the window. The first interaction with them, I was a little nervous, but to my surprise, they actually did get along. And I think in the end, Darling and Gigi became best friends. But they all had very playful personalities. The three of them were just always together. They would just follow each other around. And they would do this all throughout the field, all day long. It was definitely a very magical fairy tale. Sam, come. And I couldn't believe that all these different species were becoming friends.
Oh, now Sam, sit. Stay. Darling, what's this? Come on.
It just goes to show that patience and kindness, love, and extra treats really goes a long way in a friendship. And what usually would be considered, the enemies, they were best friends. Peekaboo. Darling became my alarm clock every morning. We had a lot of window visits, and then unfortunately, one morning she didn't tap on my window, and so I knew that something wasn't right. I went to go investigate outside, and I could hear all the crows' alarm cawing. And I saw that there was a bird of prey in the area. And I unfortunately just found some of Darling's feathers. So it was the worst day, and it was a grief that I've never felt before. But it was also a really important lesson, because you just never know what tomorrow brings. It truly was the most magical time of my life. I didn't share it with anybody while it was happening. It was too good to be true.